everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the May Scraptastic kit. It is the sixth layout using this kit. It took me an hour and 16 minutes to complete. And these are two photos from one of our last trips to Ontario. And it was a picture, there was a bench in front of the Rainforest Cafe and it was a big frog, and so we took a picture of my husband and my son and myself and my son in front of the restaurant, and I want to scrap that. And every time I can scrap anything with green, I love doing it because green is one of my favorite colors. And while I'm thinking of it, somebody asked me who made that little paper trimmer for the photos. It's actually a Creative Memories print cutter paper trimmer, and I don't think they make them anymore. You can sometimes find some on eBay. You might have a consultant that's had some extras laying around and they're trying to sell them, but I think that's probably the only place that you can find them. But I love that paper trimmer. I've had it for probably 10 years, 11 years, and it still works the same as it did 10 years ago. Like, it's just self-sharpening. And it cuts, I only use it for photos, and it cuts pictures really good. So I cut my photos to 4x4. I know I want to use that diagonal stripe pattern paper that is a leftover from another layout. I want to use a Project Life card that has that arrow. And I'm just going to cut it down so that it's not the rounded edges, because nothing else is rounded on this page. One of the pattern papers has these strips of pattern in different colors. For this page, I'm going to take out the green one and I'm going to put it at the top and the bottom of the layout. And then there was a leftover of that yellow pattern paper, and I just cut it in two, and I put a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom of the layout. I'm going to mount my photos on some white cardstock. And then I'm just going through the sticker sheets from Simple Stories Charmed Life. And I'm just kind of grabbing anything that's green, because again, there was no green pattern papers in this kit except for this green cardstock. There was a ton of green elements, embellishments, but no green pattern papers. So I'm sort of doing the best that I can with what I got. So I'm doing green and yellow this time. And actually my very next layout, which is the 20th layout for the May kit, I'm doing another green layout because there was still a ton of embellishments that are in green. And I just want to make sure that I use as much elements as I possibly can. So I'm trying to use up all the pattern papers and as many embellishments as I can, because these kits come jam-packed with a ton of embellishments. So it's impossible for a person to use them all, especially if you get all 4 kits. But I want to make a good dent into all the embellishments, and I think I'm doing a good job. Today is excuse me, July 1st, Canada Day. This is my second voiceover for today. And tomorrow I'm going to do the Kill a Kit video for April, and I might be able to do the Kill a Kit video for May too, because I only have 2 more layouts to do for May. And I plan to do one tonight and one tomorrow morning. And then that'll be pretty amazing that I do April and May's Kill a Kit video in the same day. And then they'll be uploaded in different times though. So at this point, I know how the base is going to look. So now I'm just going through all the embellishments, all the stickers, the die cuts. There was little flowers that came in the kit, resin flowers. There was a green one and a yellow one, so I'm going to use it on this layout. There was a Flair badge that said Lucky Us in green, the green chipboard hearts, and then there was a frame that had yellow and green hearts on it. It was a sticker sheet. I took the stickiness away using my EK Success powder tool, and I got that at Simon Says Stamp. And then I'm just kind of throwing everything in the middle of the page, and once I feel like I have enough embellishments, then I'm going to glue everything down. I was kind of hoping to be able to use those Studio Calico tiny alphas, but I don't end up using them on this layout. But I'm hoping to, like I said, my very next layout is going to be another green layout, so I'm hoping to use it on that layout. And now I feel like I have enough embellishments, so I'm ready to start putting this layout together. And at this point, I'm back in my craft room. That was after the weekend away. This was my first page sort of back. And ever since I came back, I'm having trouble with the lighting. I mean, I have the same amount of lights. The only thing that's changed since I came back is I put a shelf right across from where I work. So I don't know if it's casting more shadows than it did before. It's not above my work area, so I don't know. So I'm struggling with that. But I did add an extra light to try to fix that. And until I see the video in big, because when I do the voiceover, what I see is about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, so it's really hard for me to be a good judge on the lighting. And this is also using my new camera that I'm using for videos, the Hitachi, because I can record so much longer. I can record for probably a couple of hours instead of just 30 minutes. And I had ordered another camera and it's still not in, so I'm kind of wondering if it didn't get lost in the mail. So I have to send in an email to the vendor to see if they can track the package, because I ordered it April 29th and like it's been 2 months, so it's been a long time. So I cut down that Project Life card so that it won't be rounded on the corners, and now I'm gluing down the big part of the layout. And I kind of let that pattern paper hang over the bottom of the pictures because I love to use that area to put down my title. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my title in that area of the stripe paper because it's sort of predefined. It's a nice place. It's sort of a shelf for it to sit on, so I love that. Now I'm using my ATG gun and I'm putting those green stripe pattern papers to the top and the bottom of the layout, and it's about an inch strip, and I just cut it in half because I just wanted it to be about 1/4 of an inch for this layout, because the center of the page was so full that I didn't want the stripes to be too big that it would feel like it was infringing on the center of the layout. I'm going to cut down that frame into 2. I'm going to put one part to the bottom of the layout and then the other part to the top of the layout. There was some other frames from Jelly Bean Soup that came in the kit, and the one I'm going to use on this layout says Smile, and I'm just going to I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to put part of it to the bottom of the layout, and then I'm going to use the other part to make a cluster at the top right of the layout. And I like to do that. I like to snip it in 2 and get double duty for each sticker or frame or whatever the case may be. There was a huge ampersand that came in on one of the sticker sheets, and I'm going to use it as part of the title. And then there was other stickers that said #charmed, #lucky, #happy, and I'm going to actually stick those to the frame that says Smile. And while I'm working on, deciding which embellishment is going to go where, I just want to let you guys know to just keep an eye out. Today's July 1st. I already have enough videos for every second day till like the middle of August. I need to do about 12 more, and then I'll have till the end of August. And I'm working on a few special things. And so there's going to be a few things happening on my channel. So if you're new, just subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of fun and exciting things happening this summer. And I can't wait to share with you guys just a few things. I've had a lot of requests to share my albums. I plan on doing videos for that, and I plan to do little videos, sort of what's in my scrap room, because a lot of people asked me about the different inks I have and what I think about them, the different dyes, and how the different dyes and how to use them. And so I think that little section is going to be called what's in my scrap room, and I'll kind of do little videos with that. And then there's a few other exciting or fun things, exciting for me, that is happening. So hopefully I'll be able to share as they keep happening. And of course my glue is clogged, so I have to use a needle and unclog it. But I love my quick dry adhesive. But right now it is smoking hot where we are, and I'm not complaining because we had such a long winter. I'm so happy that the sun is here and the warmth. But things like that, like the glue, will clog a whole lot faster. So that top cluster, I have that part of the frame. I put some foam tape in behind that flare that said Lucky Us. I used one of the tabs that came in the kit. It was in yellow. There was a sticker that had little hearts on it from the sticker sheet. And then I'm going to put a chipboard heart. The middle cluster, like I said, the ampersand is going to be part of the title. So I use some of the navy jelly bean alphas, I think they're called. And my title is Fun Food, and then the ampersand, and then one of the little stickers said Happy Times. So Fun Food and Happy Times. And then in that section, I put a circle that was from the sticker sheet that said Life is Wonderful. I put some foam tape in behind, and then I took two of those little resin flower, and so that, because they are they're dangerous, they're picky at the end, so I did put them in the foam tape so that they can't pierce through the page protector and injure someone. And then at the bottom of that cluster, I put a frame that I cut in half. There was another sort of a banner sticker that says it's the little things that make life worth living. And then there was another little sticker that said Heart This. And then I'm going to put some twine that I got from Studio Calico, and it's really, really thin twine. And then the bottom frame, the one that says Smile, like I said, I put 3 of the stickers that came from the sticker sheet, and then a heart. And then I ended up putting a little cluster at the bottom. So this layout actually has 5 clusters. And I just used some stuff that was happening on the rest of the layout. So some labels and stickers and some pattern paper that coordinate with the rest of the layout. And then the top cluster where I'm working right now, there was a sticker that said Lucky, or a die cut. Another sticker that said Love. I put the rest of the frame. And then those little 3 stickers that I put on that Smile die cut, I cut the edges off of them, and then I put them at the top left so that it kind of brings those 3 colors in. There's yellow, green, and blue. And then I also put a chipboard heart there and some twine. So after we took those pictures, we went inside Rainforest Cafe, and we just had the best meal ever. And it's funny because my son now, when we go to restaurants and they have fish and chips, he's like, it's just not the same. And before, he just loved the fish and chips from around here, but I think he was a little spoiled by how good it was at Rainforest Cafe. So at this point, I'm just trying to see if I can add a little bit more embellishments. I did use quite a bit of embellishment on this kit. I can't believe how much embellishments are in these kits. Like, I am at layout 20, and every layout I'm, putting embellishments and embellishments and embellishments, and I'm looking at my tray because, as you know, I like to put everything in a tray. And I mean, I can tell that it's going down, but man, there is a lot of stuff. And then I feel like I don't want to move on because there's so much embellishment in there. So now I'm at the point where I have 2 sheets of pattern papers, full sheets of pattern papers, and I'm going to use them as background. And I've pulled together embellishments of the same colors. And now I'm working that way with the embellishments to try to get them used up. And I'm going to do 2 more layouts, and then I'm going to throw in the towel. What's left is going to be left. And then I have a little box where I put everything in, and I'll just put everything in that box and go from there. So at this point, I pulled out 2 Mr. Huey in navy and in white. Oh, 3, I guess, and then a green one. And I just kind of put it in 3 different clusters, even though there was 5 clusters on the layout. And then I'm going to show you some close-ups of the layout. And if you want to see more close-ups, you can join me on my Facebook group, and the link is in the description. You can join me on Twitter, on Pinterest, at Cherry on Top, the Scraptastic blog, and if you're a member, you can see the pages at the Scraptastic Facebook group. And where else? Instagram. And I think the only thing left is I'm going to add that little label there next to the flare, and then I'm going to add some yellow twine. And again, it was twine that I bought at Studio Calico, and it was just in one color. I guess I added that little sticker to the frame at the bottom of the layout. And then I'm going to try and use some yellow twine from Doodlebug, but I don't like the different shades of yellow, so then I decide on using some fine twine that Studio Calico was selling there for a bit, and it just came on a small roll. And so for it to be even visible, you got to put quite a few loop-de-loops together, and that's what I'm going to add on this layout. So I hope everyone is having a fun-filled, happy summer. And here are a few close-ups of each of the little embellishment clusters.